Good morning, and welcome here on my working table, my channel on YouTube. My name is Lisbeth, and many of you already knows me, but for those of you who just have jumped in here, I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who likes to do all sorts of things. And if you only are interested in, for instance, slow stitching or jelly printing or something, look at the playlist. I have tried to divide them up so you easily can find what interests you. But when I stood up this morning, I was thinking about, for it was a long time since I made my art journal, The Cabinet of Curiosity. And I will also put a link under here. And that got me thinking about how what a nice time I had making this that journal. It was filled with all the things I love, images and prints, and yeah, it was a nice project. And it was sewn with a simple pamphlet stitch, nothing fancy, and it was copy paper, most of the paper, so nothing fancy there either. So I got thinking about doing something similar, using images and stuff I have saved when I saw something in a newspaper, or I saw something in a magazine, or perhaps an art catalog, or something that speak to me. I pull it out and save some of the images. Not a lot of them, but some. And I also just recently got this catalog, and it is in Danish. So, but here in Denmark we have something called People's University, and they make catalogs 2 times a year where you can go to, everything and all sorts of things. And there was some very nice images here in this catalog, so I saved it because I was thinking, there's a lot of them that perhaps I can use here in an art journal. So many of my things will be from that catalog. But how do I want to make such a journal? I have shown you the pamphlet stitch earlier, and I show other book constructions, but I have come up with a really simple one, and it is, I don't know if it has a name, and I'm sure other people also have done it. Sometimes people think they have invented something, and then it shows that other people have had the same thoughts too, but it's mainly folding a piece of A4 paper, and for you Americans, A4 is the same, nearly the same size as your copy paper for your printers. So it is only making 2 folds in this paper, and then you got a hinge, and then you can glue them together. But I will show you here in a minute. So that is what it's all about, making the construction of this hinge book and filling it with all sorts of things I like, and all kinds of scraps and bits and bobs from my big scrap box. And I don't think this could be in one video, so perhaps there will be a part 2, but we will see as time goes. But let us get started. Here I have a stack of all sorts of not very pretty prints and papers, off-road sheets, and yeah, you name it. Not very specific things I want to do used for anything. But these are the papers I will use for the pages in my book. And the thing I do is, you can see here, I have this print, for instance. So I make a little hinge here, a little flap. And you can do this as wide as you want. And this is about 1.5 centimeters. It is the width here of my little ruler, and that is not much, but if you have a scoreboard you can also use that, so you get them the same size. So I fold that, and when I have done that, I fold the rest of the paper, so you can see it is looking like that. I can take one and show you. So I just place my ruler here, and this ruler is so slippy, I think I will have to put something on the back side of it. But I just slide here and push it really hard down and take my nail and score here on the back side like that. And then I flip it up there, and I can see this is a little crooked, and that's because my ruler is so slippy like this. And then I turn it around, and the more neat you are, the nicer your book will be, and yeah, so it is. But I think we'll do, and then I will just score this here again. And now you have this thing I was showing you again, like this. And when I've done that, you can do as many as you like or as few as you like. That's up to you. Then I glue these two pages, or not pages, but these two sides together. And I just use a glue stick. And the important thing is that it is glued on the edges. It doesn't matter that much if the glue inside isn't all over, but that's up to you. And of course you can use other kinds of mediums, but I think it will buckle more if you use a wet medium like matte medium. You could perhaps use double-sided tape. That could also be an option. But then I just fold it down here like this, and now you have a page with a hinge. And when you have made a stack of them, I have already begun here. But let us say this was the first page. My hinge is sitting there. Then I take this piece here and I glue it onto this. So it is putting glue on the hinge here. Like that. And then I have my new hinge here at the top, and I will place it the best I can. And sometimes I think it is easier to smack it down here, so you're sure. The important thing is that they are in the same height, or they are flat here, this part. So this is glued on here, and you can see they are lined nice and flat, the pages. So I can also just glue this one here. And I haven't figured out what I would do for cover, or nothing about that yet, but I will see to that when see to that when we reach that point. So I will just flap it up here, line it up, and there. Finish it a little down. And this has to go on top of this. So again, I will put glue on that flap here. And if you don't want to go over into that page, and that can really easily happen, you can take another piece of paper and stick it in here, and then you can just really go up or down as much as you like and remove this paper. And again, place it the best you can. Yeah. And dab it down. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. There. And that was the next page. They are a little bumpy now, but I think it will look better when the glue dries. So I will do a lot of more pages so I have something to work in. For now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 6 pages, and I will mix and match them. You can see it isn't something very nice, but you can always build more on your pages. That is a very easy way to make an art journal, and of course you could do it in any size you want. This is just so easy because the paper has this size, and also I think it's a manageable size. So I will do a lot of more pages and put in and show it to you. So done with all the gluing. It took a little time, and it is quite damp, so I will put some clamps on here. But I can show you, even though I have tried to be very neat, this here is lying nice flat, but I can see 1 or 2 of my pages is sticking out there. But when it is all dry, you can always cut that, so they are totally straight there too. But perhaps you don't mind, just let it be. Then it is, yeah, it is handmade. So I will just put these clips on and let it sit there and dry. And let me see, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. Sorry, I'm counting in Danish. That's easier for me. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 30, 30 pages there will be, or 15 spreads. So I will put that aside, and while that is drying, I will take this catalog here and pull all the images out that was speaking to me. I don't know if I will be using them all, but oh, that we will see. There's one, and there's a little angel sitting there. I don't particularly like angels, but yeah. Always look on the back side before you pull out your your image. There could be something even more nicer on the back side. This must be something of the courses of philosophy. That is a very famous Danish poet or author called Søren Kierkegaard. And this man here is also a very known priest who had written a lot of songs for our hymn book. And I think I like this here better than the one on the other side, so I will cut that out here and see what's left on the other side. Yeah, there's a little of that I think it's some kind of holy man, this one here. And there is a little Buddha, and nothing on that side. Yeah, and I think also I like this image there, and perhaps this one. Now I'm just taking everything out that speaks to me, and I don't know if I will use it all. I really like birds, but I have done a whole book with birds, so I don't think I would be putting any birds in here. Yeah, perhaps you know this guy, that's Einstein. Yeah, I think this bird here is some dead species. And here, I like these colors there. So after that, but I think you can see what I'm doing, so I will just go through the rest of this catalog here. You can be so wise, there are so many courses you can attend, so I don't think your little head can do all this at one time. So, but I will take some more pictures out here. It was quite funny going through that catalog from the university. There are so many pictures in there for places I have been, or pictures I have seen, or exhibitions I have been to. It is like going back in time. Yeah. So Venice, one of my favorite cities, and there are some, yeah, perhaps you will think that's an ugly one, but that's something about medicine, so that's your whole torso cut up. I think I put that there, and other things. Yeah, but this was from the catalog, and I have something from the papers I have cut out too, of different things. That is from Venice too. That was when there was the plague. Yeah, but I have all these to choose between, and beside that I also have my big scrap box here beside me. It is so big, so it can't be here in the screen, but believe me, it is bursting with things. But in the catalog there also was a brain, and another cut of a brain, and some spines. And that gave me that idea. So I would save these images, because I think this is all about what is in my brain and what I like. So I think I will use these two images here for the front of my book. And the spine, that is all that keeps me hanging together, I think. So I think I will use that image for the back of my book. So I will save these images for that. And I don't know how I will do that yet, but we will see. So let me see. It needs to dry a little more. So be patient, my dear. I will be back in a sec for you. I think this is so dry, so we can start here. I'm a little impatient, so off we go. Where were you with them? And you can see it is lying nice and flat. And if you are working a lot in it and it starts to tear, you can always put some washi tape or some other papers over them. So I don't think, and you can see it lies so nice and flat, so it's easy to work in. But I know this isn't the front page, but I like the papers here, so I won't cover so much of it. But for a long time I have had this image lying on my desk. It is just from the newspaper, and I have no idea about where it's from or what it is. I can't remember if it's old painting or if it's a picture someone has taken, or I don't know. But I like the way she looks up. So I think this I won't remove this yet because I don't know how I will do the front and back, but so I will have to go in here. So I will place her here, and when I am done with it, the page here, and later I will give her a glaze of matte medium, because I think newspaper paper will disappear in a very short time. So, but I like the look of that, but I also think it perhaps could need a little contrast. We could go over here, and I'm taking a lot of small bits and bobs ahead here. So perhaps it would be nice with a brown strip down here for that. And then there and there I have my canvas number 2 I can paint. Perhaps also a little text could be nice somewhere. Let us see. No, I don't think so. Oh, I think it's too much. There's already a lot going on there. So I will glue these two down first, and then I can give it with my Caran d'Ache. Oh, my glue stick is nearly empty here. But luckily I have a bunch more of them, and I like these glue sticks. They are quite cheap, but they work really well. And up to the crease here, and down she goes. And I will take my little cloth here and finish her down. And then there was this piece here. Perhaps it's a little too big, so I can tear it in two, I think. So a torn edge and a torn edge and a straight edge. That's also nice. So glue on that piece. I think it is strange what is it that attracts us? What is it that attracts your eye when you see an image? It's so hard to tell, but we all like different things. So of course that is one thing, and we all have different aesthetics, but I don't know why I like this, but I do. So now I will take some, find a light orange perhaps, or light brown. I'm just testing here beside, and I don't need much, because when I take my, this is the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2, and they are water soluble. And I have mine here in a little pot. But when you put water onto them, you can spread it around and put it on there where, if you don't want where there's white places. And those of you who have been following me for a while know I don't very much like white spots. And you can really massage it out, and the same down here. So I will let this dry and then we can look at the next page. There and on with it so it doesn't dry out. I think it is dry enough so we can go further here. And I have picked these two images because I think color-wise they look nice and they are some ancient something. So I think I will put this down here. So I will cut this straight here. And this straight here, or as straight as I can. And then I will tear here. And here. Quite funny using all these images from one catalog, but I have a quite wide border there where the hinge is sitting, and this I think it needs a little more contrast, so I have this black snippet here. I think I will glue in here, and then yeah, what do I want to do? Do I want it? I will start gluing that down because I know, yeah, let me see. Do I want it under? Or do I want it just there? I think it gets a little too much black if I put it there, so I think I would put it there. So again, I will take a little of this off here. There. So I will remove this and I am in frame. Yes. Glue this piece down. And that is exactly why I always tell you, don't throw all your bits and bobs away. Put them in a box, and now I can benefit for all the small bits and bobs I have in my, yeah, not small box, but my big box of scraps and other things. I can show that to you in a minute. Not in a minute, but later, because I have to take my phone off the stand, I think, to get it all in frame. So there was this one here, and I think I will just put this one here. There somewhere to the edge. And you can always cut your edges clean afterwards. Yeah. And do I want something up there? I think I would do the same as I did on the back side, or on the other side here. No. This wise man here is reading. Perhaps we need some text somewhere. That could be nice. And when I don't know what this is for a language, but I will always put it upside down so it isn't so readable, because it isn't the meaning you're supposed to read it. It is just for the pattern or the decoration. There. I think that is all I want to do on that page. And then I will take this. Do I have this one here instead? I'll go in here and here. Here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I can always, if I want to, go in and take my Stabilo if I want that. Is that, yeah, my Stabilo all here. And that gets really, really black when you put water onto it. So I will just take my finger and smear it a little. Yeah, perhaps we can do it all the way around now. I'm thinking of it. So it looks old and dirty and worn out. Yeah, that was that page there. And then there I have this spread. I don't know how you work, but for me it's this way of gluing the book together. You will always have two pages opposite each other, and this is working well, but here I really get in trouble, I think, because they are so different in color. Perhaps you should think of that when you glue your book together. It would have been nicer if these two would have been a spread, but that is not the way this kind of bookbinding is working. But the way I do it is often I get inspired by what's on the page already and the colors that's there already. And these are this dark blue, black and greenish, a little brown. And I thought this image here with the angels would perhaps look nice, so I will start tearing it out. Yeah. Angels are supposed to be in the heaven, I think. So perhaps I will put them up here. But I don't like that up there, but I can paint it over, I think. So therefore I will tear the edges here. What a strange thing to sit and discuss where angels are supposed to be. There, yeah, I think that looks nice. And yeah, I have this small piece there I can use, but else yeah, and I have this here, perhaps also that. There's a line going up there, so perhaps it would work with that line there. And that there, and then I can paint the rest. I think I like that. Yeah, let us commit and do it. You can always glue something over it if you don't like it. It is only paper and paint, all this. And you can keep working in your book for as long as you like. And there I will put this one down here. Let it lap over there. Perhaps I can see in my box I have, when I'm done with this book here, that there are fewer small bits and bobs left. So I will take my Caran d'Ache again, and I really want something to cover that up there, that text. To see if I can cover that up. It is glossy paper, so it isn't so easy to paint on. So I don't think I will wet this. But here, down here. Like this, and this time I think I will take my Stabilo and make a black line all over here. Oops. You can see it really is turning black, but let your finger go over it, and there it is. I will let these two dry also, and look at the clock. Perhaps there's time for another spread here in this video, but else there will be a part 2 where I make some more spreads, and I don't think I will make a part 3, but then I can make it all the way through, and then I can show it to you at the end. But I will let it dry and be back. Oops, I forgot. I'll promise you to show you my scrap box, and you can see here I have all small sorts of things, and here I have things with text and different commercial packing papers, tissue papers of all kinds, and some different of my own stuff. And here I have napkins and mark make papers and images again, and some small images in bags, and more of my own old book pages there are things in, and a lot of other things. And here at the back I have all these sheet protectors, and I have different colors in each protector, so it is easy for me if I'm doing something in these pink yellow colors, I can just pull that up and dig down there. So, and then here at the last I have something with only tissue in, or daily paper in. So that is a big box, and there for the rest of my life and the next 3 lives, I think. Hi, this video is already much too long, so I will stop here, and there will be a part 2 where I make some more spreads, and not 3 parts, I think that is too much, but when the book is done, I will at the end of part 2 put in all the pages I will have made at that time. I really hope you have been enjoying this way of making a book of all your scrap papers. And you can put, of course, anything you like in your book. That is up to you. Find a subject, or look in magazines or on your old prints. And yeah, there are so many ways you can do this. But if you have been inspired and you have learned something, or perhaps some tips and tricks, please give my video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you, and I would appreciate it a lot, because the algorithm here on Facebook isn't the easiest thing to deal with for a little Danish channel. Even though I try to speak English, that they don't know that. They think I'm doing it in Danish. But I hope you will do that. But next Monday I will continue here in this book and make a couple of spreads and do the rest of the book and show it to you. So I will only say take care and be creative, and bye for now.